So the oasis at Death Valley can be interchangeably called Furnace Creek and Ranch Resort. It's a luxury resort in Furnace Creek, Death Valley. It's actually the only hotel that's in Death Valley. So it was formerly built by the Pacific Coast Borax Company and opened on February 1st, 1927. So if you go to Death Valley, I recommend this place to stay at. It's a little pricey because it's the only resort in the area, but it has the Borax Museum that you can visit in, and there's a lot of activities you can do there, such as tennis, swimming, hiking, but not of course during summertime, but during fall and spring and winter season. So this is my room at the Oasis at Death Valley. Apparently they built this and it's called the Ranch. So this is the place. This is the Oasis at Death Valley. It's the Ranch. And that's where I parked my bike. So that's the ranch, and the one above it, which is maybe 0.2 miles, is called the Oasis at Death Valley, which is part of the ranch to the restaurant last night. So Furnace Creek used to be Furnace Creek. It's called Oasis at Death Valley. There is one originally built 0.2 miles from here. This is the ranch that's newly built. There's a lot of things you can do here: horseback riding and carriage rides, pool and tennis courts. This one looks like a very old tree. Tennis courts there. Let's look at some history. That's an old bathtub, but I could use this for making grapes, I guess, for wine. That's cool. Wagon. More wagon here. This one is a 20-mule team used in 1885 in hauling borax from Death Valley to Mojave, 165 miles, 10 days. The borax weighed 24 tons. The entire weight totaled 36.5 tons. That's pretty cool. That looks like an old tractor. Old Dyna 1894 steam tractor and ore wagons introduced at Old Borat to replace the 20-mule teams and replaced in turn by the Borat and Daggett Railroad. The tractor was later used and abandoned on the B.D. Keene Wonder Mine Road in Death Valley. Pretty awesome. There's some old stuff over there too. Pretty cool that they kept all this history. And that's the railroad. They probably used it for hauling gold. I mean, there's a lot of things here that are very interesting to look at. This one is the ox shoeing device. Wide belts permitted hoisting of ox to position where shoes could be affixed. Interesting. I like this one. It's probably where they got some water. or gold. And look at this big piece of machinery. This gold arrastre was used in Nevada in the I assume it's the 1880s. The large stones were dragged around in the basin, around the basin by water power. This pulverized the ore. The original basin was made of masonry with screen ports in the side through which the gold was recovered. That's cool. Old wagons up there. And that looks like a diesel engine machine. It is a diesel engine company. Basic Brothers, Los Angeles, San Francisco. Oops. That's pretty cool. Yeah, all this. Hello. This old stuff here. This old house. So apparently those lamps are old. This is the roofing. The house, the old house is closed at the moment, so these are all old lamps. Yeah, the door is locked, so you can't go in. So the bench and the smaller lamps, this bench I guess, on this porch from Tonopah Tidewater Railroad. Old stuff. Can't see very well. So this building was constructed in 1883 by F.M. Borax Smith, founder of the Pacific Coast Borax Company. The oldest house in Death Valley. It stood originally in 20 Mule Team Canyon, where it was office, bunkhouse, and ore checking station for miners at the Monte Blanco deposits. In 1954, the building was moved here to serve as a museum, and the objects within and around it were assembled by the company so that visitors to the valley might better understand the history of the region. The museum is maintained in the public interest. So Furnace Creek Ranch is a spring-fed stream flowing into Death Valley. Native Americans lived here centuries prior to its discovery by the Lost 49ers in 1881. Aaron Winters found borax nearby and sold his claims and water rights to William Tell Coleman. Greenland Ranch was constructed at the site to support the borax workmen and 20 mule teams. Francis Marion Smith acquired the site for his company, which became U.S. Borax, and renamed it Furnace Creek Ranch. They produced borax in the valley until 1927. The ranch was open to guests in 1932. The museum was set up by Harry Gower and Anne Rosener in 1954, and the oldest structure in the valley, built about 1833. Fred Harvey Company purchased the Death Valley properties from U.S. Borax in 1969. So I'm gonna have my last dinner for the whole trip that I did for the motorcycling in at Furnace Creek. I'll treat myself since I almost suffered heat exhaustion from 120 degrees coming over here. The lobby looks nice. Interesting, they call the only restaurant here as 1849 restaurant. So I'm wearing mask because the pandemic is still not over, or will it be over? Very cool. So we're going that way. That's the bar.
Right.
Menu. So I'm having beer. And the bartender's really nice. That's my appetizer, kale salad. I actually like this one. Honey, don't you be yelling at me while I'm cleaning my gun. I like their design here. Just kale, Brussels sprouts, I'll put in the grill, pistachio, very light. That's my main meal. That's a lot of food. I'm eating all of that. Save it for tomorrow. I'm heading back to LA. I'm leaving Oasis at Death Valley that used to be called Furnace Creek early in the morning, since it's really hot now. It's 96 degrees, 6 o'clock in the morning. Supposedly the ranch at Death Valley, another fun fact, is known for being the location of the highest temperature recorded on Earth at 56.7 degrees Celsius, which was 134.1 Fahrenheit on July 10, 1913. So anyway, I showed you that Borax Museum, all about history. It had all the mining tools and equipment of the Pacific Coast Borax Company, and there were very interesting artifacts there. So I hope you enjoyed that trip there at Furnace Creek. We end our trip here in Death Valley National Park, and the next vlog is pretty much going back to Los Angeles, but through the well-known Angeles the Angeles Crest Highway, which is Route 2. So I'll see you guys in the next motorcycle adventure vlog, which will end my trip to California, visiting California National Parks through Twisty roads.